What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter. And a lot of people always ask me questions about the drill culture. They understand that I've been documenting the culture for a long time. I've been studying the culture. I'm kind of like a drill historian for people who just jumped on the channel. A lot of people always ask me about the legends. I was asked about Durk. I like sharing things that I think is strong in the culture. Durk posted a picture today on his social media sites of him, his brother DThang, who was actually shot and killed at a club. He posted a picture of him, his brother, and his father. His father served a lot of time in the penitentiary for like street shit back in the day and things like that. He tells stories of the feds trying to get him to tell on Larry Hoover and things like that. So Durk always been affiliated with a lot of street royalty, if you want to call it that. But a lot of people don't understand that guy done did a lot. That young man done grinded a lot. Now you got to understand it's a background. A lot of people be young and they do things and then they grow up. So a lot of people ask me about him. I tell them, look, he's one of the drill legends in this shit. I think Durk done got to a point, in my opinion, where I think we got to start getting to the point where we saying he done passed Chief Keef. People don't really want to have that conversation at the moment. But in my opinion, I think Durk, then passed Chief Keef. Now, I understand the legend and who started this and created it, and it wouldn't be a Durk if it wasn't for no Keef. But I think if we going off stats, I think Durk then passed him on the stats, in my opinion. If you don't agree with me, leave a comment. I'm going to be reading the comments. I want to know if you agree with me on that. But I want to bring to your attention, because somebody asked me about Durk and that picture of his brother and things like that. So, people reminisce. That's his family. I don't know all the personal things about him and shit like that. But I do understand that, DThang was like the old head in the shit. That was like the OG, him, Chino. A lot of these people, Durk rap about J Money, King Von. A lot of these guys, Lil Mo. A lot of these people that Durk rap about, you don't see with Durk anymore. He done took a lot of losses, a lot of deaths and shit like that. So, I just think that was a reminiscent picture, in my opinion. I don't think it was anything other than what anybody else think about it. I think he done got to the point where he done climbed so far that, everything he do, people watching his moves and things like that, blogs about him, documentaries and shit like that. That come with being the top artist, That shit get lonely up there, That's why a lot of guys take these chances and go to these nightclubs and, go on the blocks and shit where you could be backdoor to, things like that. Because, you be so far gone with that money, man. Ain't none of your homies around there. You the only one can live in those rich neighborhoods and shit like that. So, but what I can say, though, is I think it's real strong is, I do think that, with the music shit, it's a lot he done been involved with police watching, feds watching him, all kind of shit. All eyeballs is on him. But I think what people don't understand is, it's some people that says Durk done changed his life, That guy came from the streets. He was doing all kind of criminal shit. Y'all see all his mug shots, multiple gun cases. Now he's a big-time selling artist, selling out arenas, got money, changed the lives of his friends, cousins, family. It's people he know that would have been in prisons and, probably in cemeteries if it wasn't for the fact that he got money and made them, bodyguards and booking agents and artists and shit like that, A lot of people don't look at it like that because of the background, A lot of people grow up. A lot of these guys are almost 30. If not 30, So a lot of these stories are still being told on the internet. It's from a lot of these guys' youth, So I don't think people say that. That's one thing I wanted to speak on Durk. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing going on, but I wanted to tell people that because a lot of people seem to not understand that, We look at it from the street angle because he does rap a lot of rap songs. He do got them niggas around him. He got them around him. Now, don't get me wrong, and he rap a lot of songs that do a lot of dissing, and, he known for dissing people in songs and throwing shots at dead people in music and shit like that. But lately, Durk ain't really been on that. You gotta understand, bro got kids and shit, He almost 30 years old. He at the top of the level, He around people with great energy and shit like that. He around businessmen and shit like that. A lot of people still equating him to the killing and murders and shootings and shit like that. So, I think he getting big in the culture. But the reason I wanted to tell y'all that, because people was asking me about the whole Durk and Keef situation. In my opinion, I think Dirk then passed Keef. I think this kind of like a LeBron, Michael Jordan situation. Who the best? Who the greatest of all time? In my opinion, I think the greatest is Keef. I think if it wasn't for Keef, it wouldn't be none of these other guys. He was like the father, but I think Dirk then passed him, in my opinion. That's why I want to know from y'all. If you can, let me know. Do you think Dirk then passed Chief Keef in this music shit, in the whole drill culture, just in the whole mountain and shit, the mountain Rushmore? Or do you think Keef is still number one? He always going to be number one because he created it. I want to know. Leave a comment. Be honest now. If you like Keef, be honest. If you like Dirk, be honest. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the Homie Truth.